Greetings everyone, BJ Weiler back with you for a special Warships for Extra Life episode here, because as I streamed this live, I was completely unaware that I still had my mic muted for some reason. I don't know what I did, but well, I derped big time. So what we're going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and add commentary after the fact here, because I thought we had some pretty good battles. We did some interesting stuff for this week's episode. Some stuff I was actually kind of excited about, and I didn't want it to go all to waste because, well, I was a big old fat derp here. So in the meantime, let's just get started and rock and roll here. Thanks for watching, and I hope everyone will enjoy this. But of course, we are here for Extra Life. Extra Life is a way for us as gamers to give back to our local communities by playing games, something we're going to do anyway, and raising money for our local Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Now, as you can see there, support the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. You can, if you check the video description down below, well, this, of course, you'll be watching this on YouTube, but check the video description for our donation link. You can donate safely, securely, and anonymously by clicking that link. 100%, that is every single penny that we raise goes directly to helping sick kids get better at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Helps save their lives. Kids with cancer, serious injury, serious illness, birth defects, what have you. That's what the hospital is there for, and we have one of the premier hospitals in the country right here in Philadelphia, what we affectionately call CHOP, C-H-O-P, for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. And it's all in part thanks to all the generous donators I have received over the last 6 years that I've been doing Extra Life. This is my 7th year of doing Extra Life, 2019. We are ready to rock and roll this year. Thank you to everyone who donated last year and helped us reach our highest total ever for money raised in a single year. It is much, much appreciated, but it's time to get started all over again. We have 287 days left until our next 25-hour marathon, our 7th annual 25-hour marathon. That will begin Friday, November 1st at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So, that will be streamed live, 25 hours, all 25 of it, streamed live on channel Real Millennium Group on Twitch. Again, check the links below for all our, well, both really are right now primary streaming channels. Channel Real Millennium Group, where we do our Extra Life fundraising streams, and of course channel BJ Weiler, where we do all our other regular, ordinary, fun everyday variety, pardon me, gaming streams. Just wrapped up some dinner here, so gassy, but that's okay. So we're starting with an initial goal here for 2019 of $250. So just kind of doing the same thing we've done over the last couple of years, which is, set one relatively low goal, and as we meet that, we're just going to keep bumping that goal up. Ultimate goal this year is $1,000, just like it was last year. So hoping we can hit that $1,000 range. In the meantime, we're going to get on with some warshipping here. I'm going to break in and commentate on the battles as necessary, but for the most part, of course, since I can't verbatim go back over what I sort of was saying on the fly throughout the matches and that kind of stuff, we're just gonna roll with it, play it by ear, and go through these matches. Again, I hope everyone enjoys what we have done here, and enjoys the battles. A lot of good stuff coming up. But in the meantime, again, whatever you can donate for our Extra Life efforts is much, much appreciated. And again, 100% goes to the kids, goes to helping the kids and their families at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Okay, for this week, I decided I wanted to do something a little different than the normal co-op matches that we've been doing the last couple of weeks. Once we leveled up, I believe this was last week when we leveled up, we unlocked the ability to do these campaigns here. So that's kind of what I was looking to do for this week. So as you can see, we've got two campaigns here. This first campaign only had 6 missions in it, so I figured, well, okay, this seems quick and easy. We might be able to get through a couple of these missions tonight with very little trouble, and so I decided to take a look into what this was all about. Now let's read the little caption we have here. On May 1st, 1915, the shipyard of Baum und Voss in the city of Hamburg saw the laying down of a ship that would be named in honor of Prince Eitel Frederick of Prussia, the son of Emperor Wilhelm II of Germany. Prince Eitel Frederick, a Mackinson class battle cruiser, was supposed to be one of the most powerful. Oops, and I took too long to read it, but that's essentially what I was doing. I was reading through that, and then decided to see what this first task was, and it's win a battle in which you earn 400 base XP before modifiers are applied. Complete the task in a random co-op and ranked battles with battleship Prince Eitel Frederick. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so how do I get this battleship Prince Eitel Frederick? So I decided, well, we're gonna have to figure out if we're gonna accept this task, which seemed relatively simple to be able to do. We might as well go find out how we get this ship. So I start looking here through the through our I guess fleet of ships that we have available that we can actually play around with here and get into matches with, and I'm not seeing the Prince Frederick thingy Huthopper ship here of Germany. So I'm like, I wonder if this is something I have to buy. So I'm thinking to myself, well, is this something we have to buy through the shop, or is this sort of like a special ship that we can unlock after we pick up the campaign mission here? So I decided to do is go back in here. Said, okay, let's pick up this task. Let's accept this task. Maybe it unlocks the ship, and we're able to just use it for this particular campaign here. Unfortunately, as you can see, once we selected it, it said, well, you got to select a suitable ship, which is, of course, the mighty Prinz that we have to select. Well, I'm like, okay, that didn't unlock it, so where do I find it? Maybe it's here. It says I got 12 ships, additional content, special ships. It's got to be one of these. Decorative spaceships and Halloween. Nope. Historical ships, just imitation and painting. Nope, doesn't seem to be it here. So I'm not exactly sure what imitation or painting did. I didn't really do anything here. So it's basically, I guess, giving special paint jobs to the ships currently in the fleet and custom ships. Again, I'm not seeing anything here at all. So I select Halloween here, and it looks like it's just stuff. Maybe you go into special Halloween battles or something. I really have no idea, because I, obviously have only played the game casually up until this year, when we decided to add this in to our repertoire of stream games and make this a weekly feature for our Extra Life streaming efforts every Friday. So I decided, okay, well, let's go see if the ship is available in the store and how much it may set us back here. And there it is right there. We got the Steel Prinz, which is $129 US. I'm like, what? It's like, you got to be kidding me. And the Mighty Prinz, $100. I'm like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? So this Mighty Prinz is obviously the ship we need to use. I'm like, okay, this has got to be it, but it's $100. Yeah, sorry, we are not going to be going through that particular campaign. So we're going to take a look at the science of victory here. 10 missions with 119 tasks. So let's take a look at the first mission here. Play one battle. All right, that sounds like fun. Collect 5 stars to unlock the final task. So there's, what are there, 9 to 8 tasks? I think there are 8 tasks in this particular mission. Each task rewards a certain number of stars. Now, for each, this is an all-encompassing mission here with these 8 tasks. So what we need to do is collect 5 stars by completing any number of these tasks up until the point where we can get 5 stars. Now, as you can see, some tasks only reward 1 star. I think there's 1 or 2 that reward 2 stars. There's a 3-star task, and I think task 8 is a 4-star task. So just start going through these just to take a look at what the parameters are for each of these. So it's essentially, win a certain, right there, destroy 5 enemy ships, win a battle without dying, essentially. Cause 20,000 hit points of damage to enemy ships. Tasks 3 and 4 actually require you using torpedoes against ships. So what we do now, we can pick 2 tasks at a time. Of course, we can pay for a 3rd slot, pay premium for a 3rd slot. So I decided to go with task 1 and task 5. Task 5 is to whatever it was. As you can see there, I'm recording this live, so I can't actually pause and see what we're doing here. Right now, I can only stop the narration. Unfortunately, I can't pause the actual recording here. So I'm reading this live or I'm commentating live as we go through this. But win and survive 1 battle. Okay, that rewards 3 stars. The other one I think is just cause the 20,000 hit points of damage. So that's what we're going to try to focus on. We've got to win 1 battle with our ship sinking, and then we have to essentially do 20,000 damage to enemy ships in a single match here. So that's what we're going to do. So let's rock and roll. And these are PvP battles, random battles. So the other, it looked like the other campaign, you could do any of the various battle modes, but for this one, definitely PvP, which is like, okay, might as well. We've been doing pretty good in the co-op matches. And I really wanted to check out, this campaign feature in the game. So we decided to go. Let's go do some random battles. And without further ado, battle number 1 gets underway. So let's rock and roll with it and see how we do, eh? Okay, here we go. As you can see, this is a capture point map here, mission. So the idea is to capture 1 or more of the 3 zones here on the map. And of course, that will score points for our team. Obviously, of course, you can sink the enemy fleet for victory as well. These matches, of course, are also using our St. Louis, our Tier 3 cruiser. Which I thoroughly enjoyed once I unlocked that a couple of weeks ago. So I definitely wanted to go on with the St. Louis here, because I just immediately fell in love with this ship once I began using it a couple of weeks ago, and of course for all our battles last week. So here we go. My main goal was just to get in here and start capping some points. And just essentially that was where we're at now, just heading through, trying to capture some points, meet the enemy, and try not to run into the icebergs. But without further ado, let's go ahead and watch this battle unfold.
torpedoes, direct front.
So at this point, even though we had taken an early lead as a team, we're back to evenly matched here. And it's 2-on-2 at this point. As you can see there, it's me and this other guy on our team against the two enemy ships here. And this one guy, I thought I could get him down. He's pretty much a sitting duck, but my teammate here, pretty heavy damage. He's taking cover, so it's you know, I was pretty much camping out, just looking for ships to hit while keeping myself protected. Once the battle got underway, I realized that capping the points is not really, you know, I'm not getting any help. Nobody else is capping points, so let me just sort of sit here and see what damage I can do. So now that my mate here is in dire straits, I figure, all right, it's time to get moving. See if we can take down this guy here. Of course, I always enjoy hitting the mountains, but he's undercover, so he's out of the question. I can't get to him. So I gotta find out where this other guy is. Now he's the key here. Not really sure where he's at. I can't see him and don't detect him. I know he hit me there just a minute ago, but that's essentially what it is now. Just 2-on-2. In fact, now it's actually 2-on-1 now because they did sink the other guy. So it's just me. So it's up to me to try to sink these guys. So that's pretty much what I'm down to here. I think so I'm just doing what I can to survive. Fortunately, because I was just pretty much sitting there between two islands, I didn't get too much damage throughout the match. So I'm in pretty good shape against this first guy here, who's almost whose health is almost down. But I figured let me get in here, at least maybe start capping a point here, since the enemy hasn't capped a point up to this point either. And while I'm doing that, see if I can at least take this guy down and even it up. So that was my mate. So I ended up losing sight of him. Now they're trying to capture point C. There he is. I found him again as I'm trying to capture point B here. Now, of course, they've got more points than I do now. But I figure if I can get him, so I lucked out there. He ended up ramming into the island, so he couldn't go anywhere. So he was basically a sitting duck for me. So now it's me and this other guy here. I'm still in pretty good shape. I still got pretty much more than 3/4 of my health left. See, this guy is pretty much in the same boat as I am. We're both just trying to capture our respective points here. While we lob shots at one another, and again, we're pretty much the same health, so it's just going to be mano a mano at this point, and whoever can get essentially get more shots in is going to end up winning this match. So at this point, he's already captured point C. I realized, well, I'm trying to decide here whether I should keep capping point B. Now he's hitting me pretty good. I'm like, well, I at this point I don't think I can take him if I'm just sitting there trying to capture the point. So I figure, well, my only choice now is to really see if I can sink this guy to win the match. So I'm still trying to capture this point. Looks like I'm going back and forth. My head's like, should I capture? Shouldn't I capture? The match is actually getting pretty close to winding down, I think, too. I think we got a 5-minute warning. Oh no, that was another match. We got the 5-minute warning. But thinking to myself, I don't do too much PvP. In my head, I'm like, okay, these guys are probably overmatched for me. And this guy's coming on. He sets me on fire. I'm like, all right, I got no choice. I mean, he's already captured point C. They're getting the point, so I can't win by capturing the point. I'm still going to try to sit here and capture this point and maybe survive long enough to capture point A. So that's sort of what hit in my mind. I said, okay, let me capture point B, then I can run over and capture point A, and hopefully just by having those 2 points I can outscore him. So that's basically my strategy at this point. And we'll see how well that works out, eh? So yeah, this was about, I got the 5-minute warning, and at this point, obviously, I can see he was capturing point B. So I said, well, I've got no choice now. I've just got to take him down in order to win this match. I've got to sink him because I'm not going to be able to hold these points. So I just essentially go, it's time, it's time to go. Time to see if I can outlast him or get lucky here and get him before he gets me. So right now I'm just searching for him. It's like, I know he's around here somewhere. There he is. And so off we go. Now obviously again he's got more points than me. So I'm like, oh, let's just go broadsides. I got HE on right now. I actually forget to switch to the armor piercing, which probably would have helped me out here if I'd switched to armor piercing. But right now I'm actually just saying maybe I can set him on fire, just try to hit his turrets. Sets me on fire there, unfortunately. But seeing if I can just out damage him, and then at this point I realize, okay, we're heading right towards each other. I better get this into full reverse here. Fortunately, of course, both of us going full steam ahead, there's not much I can do. And so at this point, he's attempting to ram me because he's got more points. We'll both sink, as we do here. We actually eliminate each other. But of course, by virtue of their team having more points, they end up winning the match. But yeah, so that was the first match there. Surprisingly enough, I was the last man standing, which surprised me more than anything. But overall, a pretty decent match. I got credit for sinking 2 ships. I'm like, hey, all right, not too bad for our first PvP match with the St. Louis here. And really, this match gets me up and raring and ready to go for the rest of the night here. Okay, so as you can see at this point, we got our first star. We managed to complete the first task, which was do 20,000 damage with our main batteries. Obviously, we did not win the match, and we did not survive either. So we didn't get task 5 done. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, well, am I really going to survive any of these matches? Let's see, what is there anything else possible that I could essentially pick here for this second spot that might give me a good opportunity to get these 5 stars. Now I'm looking at this one, earn 2,000 XP in a single match. Not really. I haven't been able to get close to anything like that yet, so I'm like, well, that one's out of the question already. So here I'm just trying to decide which other task now I want to take with me. I still have task 5 active there. I'm just trying to think here. It's like, well, what are we going to do? Now I know I can destroy a couple of ships here. I've been able to do it. So I'm thinking, well, do I go with just winning the one battle, which seems fairly easy, and we get 2 stars for that, and I don't even have to survive the battle. Or should I go with doing something sinking the enemy ship? So I think at this point I decide, well, since I got task 5, which is win a battle and survive, and task 6, which is just win a battle, I'm like, all right, we might as well take these. That way, if we end up winning a battle and I do survive, that kills both of them in a single match there, and gets us the 5 stars we need. So I decide, let's rock and roll. We're going to go do this one and see what our next match is here. So you can see another capture points map here in the Solomon Islands. My strategy at this point is just to, since I do have the one survive, the survive with victory thing. My main concern here is, okay, let's just stay alive. Again, I figure, well, let's go. At this point, I just figure, well, let me head out to capture point A. Let's see if we can cap point A. And I would sort of just camp around that area to just defend it and see how the match plays out from there, and see if I needed to change my strategy at all. But that's basically my strategy in this map. See if we can get a point and then just try to stay alive, essentially, at the end of the day and see if we can't eke out victory here, and for me to get those 2 tasks on top of that.
Enemy battleship sighted. Main turret critically damaged. Main turret critically damaged. Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, direct front.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Sir.
So as you can see, this match we're quite not going to get the survival part of the one task, but at any rate, it's more surprising to me than anything. I took down 2 of them before I finally went down and did some damage to the other guy. So obviously this match we were just being dominated left and right. But you know, I'm pleased to say I actually held my own fairly decently. Got to the enemy before I went down, so I can't really ask for much more from this match. And now we're just gonna wait it out to see if by some miracle we can actually pull out the victory, and then it'll be on to the next match. Well, we didn't quite get the victory, but we got some good amount of XP, and more than anything, we got the experience, which works. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive and get a victory in the same match. So I'm looking here. I'm trying to decide, okay, what's another quick and easy one I might be able to get done here. I mean, I'm going to stick with the one victory. All we need is a victory. Don't have to survive. We should be able to win at least one match tonight, so that one should be good. And then I figured, well, I've been sinking ships. Might as well go for the one to sink the ship. I'm looking at that, maybe sink 5 enemy ships. I said, possibly, but I figured, all right, for what we're going to do right now, of course, task 3 and 4 use torpedoes. I don't have a ship with torpedoes, so like those are automatically out. So I'm like, right now, probably my best options here are to just win a match and sink a ship, and I can get 3 more stars out of that, and that'll just leave me just 1 star left to go. So I figured, okay, let's go ahead. We'll see how long it takes us to knock out these 2 tasks and go from there. Okay, so now we have our first match of the night, which involves capturing the flag, capturing the enemy base, whatever you want to call it, in the ring. So again, my strategy is essentially just play it by ear. I think I spawned sort of in the middle here, or no, I spawned on the right-hand side. The lower right part of the map there, so sort of on the edge of the map. So I'm thinking, well, what my strategy was here is like, okay, capture the flag. Well, let's go capture the flag. So I'm sort of riding the edge of the map. I'm going to go out here, way out here, and try to see if I can flank everybody and come in from the right-hand side or even from behind to start capturing their base. Hopefully without being spotted at all. So that's essentially where I'm sailing for now, is just to head out, perpendicular to everybody else. But of course, now we spot some of the enemy ships. And the battle's engaged, but I'm sort of still going to stick to this plan. I'm just going to keep sailing out here to the right, and then swing my way back in to see if I can flank the enemy fleet and sneak in to start capturing their base without them really noticing me. Hopefully, fingers crossed, right?
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes to port. Taking on water.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Torpedoes to port.
At this point, you can see I just took some heavy damage from torpedo hits. I was doing fine up until then. I did sink that guy, but you know, if you've noticed so far, we've got there's 3 or 4 of them right now. There's 4 of them left after I sunk that last guy. They're all around trying to capture our base there. I'm like, well, this match is done. There ain't nothing we can do. At this point, I think there's only 3 of us. There's still 3 of us left. You know, my 2 mates are over there taking care of those guys. Saying to myself, well, all 4 of them are over there. I'm coming over here. I'm going to capture the base. So I'm just going to sit here and cap their base while the 4 of them duke it out with my 2 mates over there. So essentially, that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here camping. I said, I'm pretty much, I can't fight anybody because a few hits, I'm just going to go down. So maybe if I can capture the base, we can achieve victory that way. But I'm thinking to myself, well, with 4 of them over there, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to be able to capture their base faster than the 4 of them can capture ours. I figured, well, it's worth a shot. I can't really do anything else at this point. I'm no good. I'm no good in battle. Don't know how much health these other guys have. I mean, presumably a couple of them really haven't been doing too much battling. They were hanging back till they got here in the base. So that's where we're at right now. I'm sitting here, you know, hiding myself behind the island. Figure I'll take some cover here. Sort of just float around. I think I went to full reverse at this point. Yeah. Full reverse just so I can stay behind the island here and sort of stay out of harm's way while I sit here and just see essentially if my 2 guys can sink them first, or if I by some miracle can capture this base before they capture ours. Now I think at this point they've already sunk one of my mates here, so it's basically just this last guy left out there, as you can see. And essentially that's it right now. As you can see, I'm pretty much parked here. I think I'm just going back and forth a little bit here. I'm not really even paying attention to the fact that I'm moving. I think what I wanted to do is just come to a full stop here while I capture the base. Now I'm just watching right now the icons for the base here, and I'm saying to myself, I almost have this base captured. That can't be right. There's 4 of them over there, but what ended up happening was that they kept moving in and out of the capture range. There was 2 or 3 of them not there in the capture range, and I think that's because, yeah, at this point there's only 1 of them in the capture range. And I didn't even notice that at first. I'm just watching the timer tick. I'm like, can I beat them? I can see the timer tick on our base getting redder and redder quicker. I'm like, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. And all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, I won. I couldn't believe it. But yes, it was like, yes, victory, man, victory. Because they ended up, I was the only ship left. So I think that's what happened. I think what ended up happening is that they sunk the last guy out there. They knew I was still out there. They knew I was capturing their base. So instead of doing the smart thing and all 4 of them just camping on our base to capture it quicker, 3 of them started coming after me. They left the circle, and of course during the battle they were going in and out, so they weren't really capturing my base, where I was sitting there in their base capturing for every second I was there. So just by some miracle, you know, just really luck there, if nothing else, but I achieved the victory there. So I was very proud of that match. Very happy that finally got that. And of course, I'm saying to myself at this point, it's like, you've got to be kidding me. I survived and I won the match. I could have completed task 5 with that. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. I took that out because I didn't think I was going to win and survive at the same time, and I ended up winning the match for our team by capturing their base and obviously not dying. I'm like, you're kidding me. I could have had 3 stars out of that one. It's like, oh, you're killing me. But hey, it is what it is. I completed at least task 6 and task 2. I got those out of the way, and I only really need 1 star. So it's like, okay, at this point, again, I can't do tasks 3 and 4 because they take torpedoes. So at this point, I only got task 8, task 7, and task 5 left to be able to do. Again, task 8, I'm not, even with that victory, I didn't even get 1,200 experience out of it. So I'm thinking, well, there's no way I'm getting task 8. So I got task 7, which is to sink 5 ships. I'm hoping to myself, it's like, I hope this is not 5 ships in the match. It really doesn't make sense to make it 5 ships in a single match. And so what I ended up doing was just, okay, we'll do that, and we'll just play matches, because at this point, saying to myself, it should be fairly easy in the course of 2 or 3 matches to sink 5 ships. So that's exactly what we'll do. Now here I collect my reward for getting experience, and I gotta point this out to Battery. I'm still not entirely sure what to pick here when I open these containers. I've been going for more resources, because then I can exchange that for stuff in the arsenal, which I presume is upgrades and stuff. So Battery, if you're watching this, let me know what is the best thing to take out of these containers when I open these containers. Is it the resources, or should I be doing something else? So as you can see, I end up with 800 coal here. I get another collectible thing, and then I get some flags here, which I'm not really sure what to do with those. I'm not really sure what they mean, but towards the end of the stream, I finally realized that they give me some nice bonuses and stuff, but that will have to wait till next time. I think, let me see what I want to do here, because this was a long stream. I'm probably going to break this video up into at least 2 parts, if not 3. So this, with that victory, this might be a good place to end this part of the video, and we'll continue on with the Science of Victory and more PvP random battles in our next episode here, well, in our next part of the stream. So please stick around, wait until after the outros run here, and you'll get a quick link to part 2, and you can continue watching. Meantime, thanks for watching this part, everybody. Again, derped my mic here, and so I'm adding this commentary later, and we're going to keep doing that for the next part or 2, depending on how much more I split down. But hopefully I will see you in part 2. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, I am BJ Weller, and I will see you in game.